All right, moving over to Robin investment levels, we're going to be going over her light cone and we're going to be going over her eidolon. So starting with starting with Robin herself, you want to make sure that you get all of the birds out, as that is going to increase everybody's overall damage, which is going to be very pivotal based off of her own HP. And yeah, just energy regeneration, total HP. And as you can see down here, once you get into the fever state, you're going to deploy a zone. Everybody is going to have increased damage dealt, which is going to be extremely good. So what exactly does the light cone actually do? Increases the wearer's max HP after the wearer uses their ultimate, recovers 1 skill point for all allies. I think that is exceptionally good. When entering combat, advances the wearer's action by 40% and grants the wearer new melody for 2 turns. While the wearer has new melody, all ally speed is going to be increased. That's not necessarily the best on a pure remembrance team. That is extremely good though if you plan on running Robin with a Glaya. But outside that, I don't really necessarily think it's great. So E1 is Robin max vibe increases by 20 the first time an ally target uses a skill that causes Robin to gain vibes. Each turn she gains 2 additional points. So how exactly are you going to be gaining vibes? When an ally target causes Robin to gain vibes. All right, so exactly how are we going to be gaining these vibes, right? How are we going to be able to gain this? I have to double check, honestly. Here we go. When an ally target, it should just be when an ally uses an attack or when providing healing effect or shield for the first time in any ally target's turn, Robin gains 1 vibe, right? So because of that, the max vibes is going to be increased and you gain an additional 2 points. So you gain 3 points total from the vibes. And why is that important? Well, right down here, right? So gains 1 vibes up to a max of 50 while summer songbirds besties on the field. If Robin's vibes is 6 or more, immediately summons the next bird. 12 or more, immediately summon the next bird. And then that's when the zone gets deployed and you get the increased damage dealt by everybody. So E1 honestly makes, how am I going to word this? It makes ease of use a lot better. Being able to increase overall rate in which you gain vibe is exceptionally good, as that is going to eventually lead to you having all 3 songbirds out and then dealing more damage. E2, Summer Songbirds records 100% of the non-true damage dealt by all allied targets when using the Memo Sprite skill. It additionally deals true damage equal to 11% of the total damage plus current vibe stacks times 0.1% of the enemy target with their highest HP, then clears 50% of the recorded value. So what this necessarily means is that all the damage that you're doing that obviously isn't true damage is going to be filled up by the songbird. Whatever songbirds or songbird is currently out in the field, then you'll be doing damage. Total damage plus the current vibe stacks times 0.1%. So if you can get that up to 50, that is extremely good, and you record half of it so that it's good for the next instance of use. So this allows Robin herself to do more damage. E1 is more of a supporting capability. E2 is more of a personal damage output capability. E4, upon entering the fever state, immediately gains 12 vibes, and the speed of the summer songbirds increases by 20% plus current vibes times 0.5%. Again, this is more of a Robin specific thing. I don't think it's necessarily that great, as Robin herself really isn't a true DPS character in my opinion. She's more of a supporting character. E6, all allies, all type res pen increases by 20%. The Memo Sprite skill damage multiplier is increased by 100% of the original multiplier. When entering the fever state, crit damage for Robin and the Summer Songbirds increases by 200%. So this is really interesting as it provides utility for everybody, being able to increase everyone's all type res pen by 20%, and Obviously, you know, Honkai Star Rail, the biggest thing is all type res pen, qualify, defense reduction or ignore defense, and then boosting her own individual damage. So investment wise, what do I think is the best? Should you get the E1 or should you get the light cone? In this instance, I definitely think getting the well, actually, it depends on which team you plan on using. If you want to use Robin with a Galia, then S1 is by far better. As we can go back and look right over here, as it is going to increase people's or everybody's speed, and Galia obviously wants speed. Robin herself in her kit increases people's speed as well, but if you want to go for more like a utility role, like on a peer remembrance team, then I do think E1 is going to be best. Outside of that, truthfully, I don't know. I think E1 is probably the better way to go in just stopping. Everything is interesting. Investment wise, like in terms of Stellar Jades, money, whatever it may be to get to further eidolons and vertical investment, I don't think necessarily it's worth it. E1 I definitely think is the best and greatest stopping point, truthfully, which is weird considering that, you know, normally you want to get more eidolons and characters, but the E1 is very, very good. I definitely think it is better than the light cone.